Hi friends, I'm Court Morgan. Welcome to your practice. And if you just rolled out of bed and you are looking for a lovely morning stretch, or even to have some stuff to go to as you arrive to a yoga class or before you do a longer practice, this is a really lovely sequence that kind of hits all of the hot spots and sets you up really well for your day of moving a little more freely. So we'll begin, but first you need to have something like a strap, or you could even grab like the flannel off the back of a chair nearby, or a towel, just something that'll make reaching hand to foot a little bit easier. And so we'll just place that off to the side. And we'll begin here just with a little check-in. So it might be helpful to bring hands to the body. And if it's better for you to have hands in your lap, then please feel free. But we'll let the eyes close. And let's take a deep breath in through the nose. Then open the mouth, exhale fully. We'll do that 2 more times. A full deep in-breath through the nose. Long, slow exhalation through the mouth. Once more inhaling. And exhale. And so as you drop into your natural breath, really allowing it to be free, allowing it to be exactly as it is. Let's see if we can maybe encourage the breath to move just a little more deeply. Like when we breathe, the breath tends to get kind of shallow. So bring both hands down to the low belly. And just breathe into low belly just for a couple of rounds. Let's bring hands out to the sides of the waist. You could always cross your arms as well. So hands are on those ribs. And let's breathe into the sides of the waist. Again, just for a couple of rounds. And so let's bring the hands to the low back. And 2 rounds of breath here. Breathing in as though your palms could catch the breath. So then we can gently release the arms, let the eyes open. So you're sitting in a way that's comfortable for you, and that might be sitting on something or not. We won't be here for long, so take your strap, and we'll hold the strap so that it's wider than shoulder distance. And truly, these are just go-to things for me that I really love. So as you pull the strap, like you're trying to rip it in half, kind of lightly, let's bring the arms up. And then as you exhale, take the arms back behind. So notice that my elbows are staying more or less straight the whole time. Okay, notice that this is steady and rhythmic and even on the breath. So sometimes we can get crunched up while we're sleeping, and this can just be a really nice way to open up through those chest muscles, through the biceps, anterior deltoid, stuff that can be a little bit congested. Nice. Let's do that one more time. So inhaling as we reach the arms up, and exhaling as the arms move back. And we'll inhale and exhale back to the center. Really nice. Let's bring the hands up again. So I'd like you to pull the strap again, recommit to that, and then bend the elbows about 90 degrees. So elbows more or less in line with the shoulders. You can even look to check. And then we'll take the hands back. So even though the hands are moving back, elbows are moving back, the shoulders are moving back, draw your front ribs in. Okay, as we tend to arch the back here to kind of compensate for this. So you will probably feel this through the chest somewhere. This is the trajectory of the pec minor. And you can see that my hands don't have to be super close together in order for this to be a really effective stretch. So let's take one more deep in breath here. Exhale through the mouth. And then we inhale to rise up and exhale as you release the arms. Go ahead and come all the way onto your back. We'll keep that strap handy. If you don't have a clip in your hair, then you can bring the head to the back or to the floor. And we'll go ahead and bring right knee into your chest. Lengthen your left leg nice and long. Give yourself a nice little squeeze here. And left hand to the top of the right knee. Take your right arm out to the right. We'll take the leg across the body just into a very simple twist. And really, particularly if you tend to have a sensitive low back in the morning, be cautious here and just take it to a place that feels useful and good. So that might be very lifted, right? It doesn't matter. You're going for sensation, not for the way that it looks. And as we inhale, we'll come back to the center. Let's go ahead and bring that right knee towards the chest. We'll place the strap around the ball of the right foot. Lengthen your foot up towards the ceiling. So one side of the strap in each hand. Walk your hand up close to the ball of the foot and then draw the toes down towards the chest. You can fan those toes out. And a few times, if you'd like to, just lightly bend and re-lengthen your right leg. Just to open up. That morning sunshine in my face is so nice. And next time the right leg is long, go ahead and leave it long. We'll bring both sides of the strap into the right hand, and then we'll take the leg over to the right. You can reach your left arm out to the left. And again, just sensing for inseam of the right leg, so right along that inner right thigh. And we'll take just another breath or two here. And as you are doing this, you might notice that the left hip wants to roll with you. And really, it's okay to do that. If you want to add a little bit of weight, you can ground the left hip down using that left palm. And on your next in-breath, we'll come back up to the center. Bring both sides of the strap into that left hand. We'll have 2 stops as we move across the body. So first, we'll take the leg over to the left just about 20 or 30 degrees. Right, so feel all the stuff on the outer hip. Right. And again, you might have your right knee bent just a little bit as you pause and sense. And then when you're ready to, then we'll take the leg all the way across the body. So again, if you have some low back stuff going on, any disc herniation, anything like that, be cautious here and maybe you just pause in that kind of halfway spot. So right leg could be bent or you could reach through the heel, again, fanning those toes. You're really going to feel the fan of the outer hip starting to get a bit of sensation if you haven't already. And on your in-breath, we'll bend the knee, which I think is a nicer way to do this. Come all the way back up to the center and then release right foot to the floor. And so strap off to the side for a moment. Hug your left knee toward your chest. Go ahead and lengthen your right leg nice and long. We'll give your left knee a nice big squeeze into the chest. And then right hand to the top of the knee, take your left arm out to the left. We'll take the leg across the body, come into a twist. So just being gentle, going to the range that feels useful to you in the morning. And maybe soften the jaw, let the eyes close. If you also have sun on your face like a lounging house cat, just enjoy that. And we can inhale, come all the way back to the center. Let's go ahead and grab that strap. Place the strap around the ball of the left foot, lengthen your foot up towards the ceiling. We'll walk the hands up the strap, so one side of the strap in each hand. And then a few times, really lightly, we'll bend and re-lengthen your left leg. You might coordinate this with breath, so exhaling as you bend and inhaling to lengthen. Spreading the calves, and spreading the hamstrings wide. The next time your left leg is long, go ahead and leave it long. We'll bring both sides of the strap into the left hand. Take your left leg over to the left. Your right arm could reach to the right. And you don't have to go for full Cirque du Soleil, right? It doesn't really matter. We're just opening the inseam of the left leg. And then if it feels better to you to have a little weight through that right leg, then fine. Press the back of the right leg down. You can root down with the right palm, just giving a little reminder for the back of the right hip to make contact with the floor. Okay, and as we inhale, we'll come all the way back to the center. Bring both sides of the strap into the right hand. We'll take the leg just across the body, 20 or 30 degrees to start. So like 2 o'clock if you were looking at a clock face. And just pausing here. So the back of the left hip is still pretty close to the floor. The outer left thigh, outer left hip is starting to feel this. And maybe bending and re-lengthening the left leg, or maybe keeping it a little bit bent. Right. And then we'll exhale, take the leg all the way across the body. Just moving into this. I think that we believe kind of on the whole that only big ranges of motion and like really working extreme ranges of flexibility is going to count over time, but it really is just small things done consistently. And this three-way leg stretch is one of the most convenient, simple to remember, easy things to do. Okay, it brings blood flow to the legs, blood flow to the hips, to the back. So when you're ready, we'll bend the left knee. We'll come all the way back to the center. Go ahead and release left foot to the floor. You can bend both knees. And then we'll take the feet as wide as the mat. Okay, and I do this a lot, particularly in the morning. So we'll leave the right knee pointed up to the ceiling. Drop your left knee in towards the midline of the mat. And you'll feel that the left side of the low back kind of arches a bit. And then exhale to come all the way out. We can drop the right knee in towards the midline of the body. And then exhale to come all the way out. All right, so let's do that again, just going side to side. So inhaling as you drop the knee in. And exhaling out. And inhaling to the second side. And exhaling out. And let's do it one more time on each side. And of course, you could do any of these things for longer, no problem. With feet on the floor and the knees bent, I'd like you just to find an on your back cat-cow. So we inhale to arch the back and exhale to draw the spine to the floor. And again, do that a few times. Okay, so let's bring those arms into cactus arms. And then next time we arch the back, press the backs of the palms, the backs of the arms into the floor. And as you exhale and smush the spine to the floor, try to point the fingertips to the ceiling, and then we'll try to press the palms into the floor. Right, and they may not get there. It doesn't matter. Inhale as we arch the back, backs of the hands pressing into the floor, and exhaling as we rotate the arms the opposite way. So this is such a lovely thing to do just on the breath. Right, we tend to get kind of like a praying mantis sort of look, especially if you work at a desk. So this is really a nice way to open up the internal rotators of the arms. Just coordinate breath with movement. It looks kind of funky, maybe looks kind of dance-like, but really effective. Okay, so let's find one more here. Nice. And then we can drop the arms. Take a moment, let the knees drop together, and we'll just take a breath. You might even have your hands on your body. And just sensing the aliveness of the body. Maybe noticing those tingles and those vibrations. Feeling awake, here, present in the body. And then let's reach the left arm alongside the ear. We can roll to that side. Bring one hand down. Make your way up onto a seat. Right. And then we either move into a bigger practice or move on with your day, but I really appreciate it. I appreciate you being here, and I hope that this serves you well. Thanks so much. May our practice be for the benefit of all beings, and may all beings everywhere be free.